Hey kiddos, I'm here at Armstrong Kelly Park in Osterville, where the rich people live. This place is pretty cool. Look at it, it's dog friendly. A lot of these places don't like dogs. So I'm gonna kind of poke around a little bit. You get some of the, it's Memorial Day weekend, so we got the flags up. That's a cool looking tree here. So if you look at this tree, if you look at painting this, there's a lot of black in there. There's a little green, some blue green. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna find a couple of good spots here. If I'm lucky, I'm gonna find a holly tree. This is flowers, garden. There's all kinds of neat stuff in here. We'll just walk a little bit. Hope I'm not bumping around too much. I'm not used to being sober. This is kind of weird. Little trail down here. Picnic tables. If you like pollen, you could right there. Flowers here. You got the little swampy pond over there. We'll check that out in a second. Not sure what this is. Looks like maybe kids can play in there. Good place to get hurt. Look at that. Looks kind of cool though. It's almost like a piece of art. Poking around here, I'm gonna follow the path till I find something cool. And we got the woodland trails. You just kind of go into the woods. Got a lot of cool walking trails in here. It's really a peaceful, kind of cool place. It's well maintained. They actually take care of this place really nice. And then I mentioned you can bring dogs here. Holy shit. Size trees are pretty big too. Holy shit. Got the famous wooden train. Must be a story behind this. I remember been here for years. Song of the Train. There it is. I don't feel like singing it right now. Here we go. Oh, I see a dog over here. Looks kind of friendly. Let's walk up to it, see what happens. Oh, this dog's stoned. It's a pretend dog. Well, at least it's dog friendly. Come on here towards the beginning. Flowers everywhere, bees. There's that tree. I really like that tree. We got to figure out a spot we're going to paint here today, though. So many different to choose from. I'm going to yonder down this way. Go down this trail, see what's fun down there. This looks like John Falk Water Garden. It's growing all kinds of plants. Even some kids pop up. Kind of cool. I don't know what's in that water. Maybe some fish, frogs, a bunch of edible things. I don't know what kind of tree this is. Pretty cool looking. Got a little personality to it. It's really a well-maintained place. They got flowers and bushes and all this neat stuff. If you like nature, I freaking love nature. I love, look at the colors in there. These happy green colors. That's in the spring. It's always brighter green in the spring. There we are, handicap parking. So I'm not sure what we're gonna paint today. There's some of the bumps around. We'll take some pictures. I love that tree though. I got a feeling that's coming in somewhere. It's all landscape. They throw flowers in here. They really take care of it. Well, most of it anyways. It looks like a good sweeping's needed here, but I hear something. I hear a blower. Kind of span around and get another look at that tree. Yeah, that's gonna work. I'm gonna bounce around a little bit and we're gonna figure out what to paint. We're gonna paint something, I'll tell you. I can't wait. I love nature. I love the colors. When you see it, you look at it and go, oh, that's a woodpecker brush right there. We're gonna see what we pull up here. Video coming soon. Hey kiddos, another video today. I keep trying to change how I do this so it's easier to watch. This is Armstrong Kelly Park in Osterville. I went there yesterday actually, checked it out. This is kind of what we came up with. It doesn't look exactly like that there, but I don't like to paint exactly what's there. Sometimes I see it the way it is, see it better than it is, and make it that way. Oh, and I got my happy juice here. We're gonna make this work. I'm gonna try to get the camera closer to the paint. You can kind of see how this works. Cheers, kids. I'll go over the brushes really quick. God, that's good. Big brush. Flat end, soft bristles. Medium brush, kind of the same thing, a little short and stubby, flat on the end. Flat like the world if you watch YouTube. And I got a bent baby brush, we got a little baby brush, got a little point. You do a wonderful stuff with this. And my favorite brush of all time, the dirtier, the grungier, the gooder, as I say, it's the woodpecker brush. Look at that, looks like your hair in the morning. This thing works beautiful though. Paint, acrylic paints. These are thick liquids, what they are, thick liquids. I get it from Michael's, it's acrylics. I tried to do this painting the other day. I didn't have my paints with me. So I had some old ones that someone had given me years ago. And they were so terrible, I couldn't paint with them. These things are really good. They're smooth, they spread, they blend, they do it all. Acrylic paints, wicked safe, wipes off everything with just water. Zip your clothing, get it on your clothing, don't come out. And I got a water cup. I always need a water cup. They say don't drink it. There's always one that drinks the water. So we're gonna start with the big brush. I'm actually gonna sit here. You're not gonna see me half the time because I'm more interested in what we're doing on the canvas today. So you can hear me, I hope. I'll put this little sky area right here. It's white and a tiny bit of blue, tiny bit of blue. What are you gonna do? I'm just doing up here, so there's some background. And that's the blue here. And the no more blue, just gonna add white. All skies are dark on top, and they get lighter as you come down. I'm just coming down like to here somewhere. A lot of white on the bottom, and blend it like a ninja blender. And sometimes, when I'm doing this, I try to go a little crisscrossy here. Kind of blends it in, make it smooth. Smooth, oh, I love that word, smooth. Speaking of smooth, I gotta get my drink here. So that's kind of it. I just got a little lighter on the bottom. Blending it. If you can blend it dark to light, so you can't even, it's just gradual, you can't even tell. But it makes a difference in the painting. I'll throw it in the water, we're good right now. Woodpecker brush. I'm trying to make all these bushy trees in the background. It'd be kind of weird how we do this. But Bob Ross would tell you there is no light without dark. So I got the woodpecker brush. A little black, I always add a little blue to it. They say, how come? I said, well, when you do the dark and you get a little blue in there, it will make a difference. So I got these trees up in the corner. I just kind of poke it, so it's speckly chit. Poke it, tap it, stir it, pop it, weave it. I add a little more speckly in here. Oh, I like speckly chit. Black and blue, what are you gonna do? Right here in the middle? Well, that's perfect. And I'm gonna do this side over here, same thing. And we'll stop here in a second because I gotta get my drink here. But it kind of goes up slightly off to the angle here. Oh, it's gonna work. I don't know if you can see anything. Poke it, tap it, twist it, turn it, pop it, weave it. Now the weird thing is, that's where the trees are gonna be. Kind of looks like trees already. I'm gonna color all this in with black and blue. You're gonna let it dry a little bit. So I got black and blue. I'll just cover this all in here. Doesn't matter, just brush it, stroke it, twist it, whatever you want, scrub it. When this dries, it makes it so much easier to do this painting. Sometimes I do live events, I really don't have the dry time. It gets a little messy, but I'm usually pretty sloppy by then anyways. So I'm gonna just fill this all in. You get the idea. Woodpecker brush. And we'll come back here in a second, I hope. Hey kiddos, we're back. Cheers. Oh, these are so good, I'll tell you. They go down so smooth. Problem is they taste too good and I don't realize how many I have, and then next thing you know. So I got it all filled in. It looks black, there's a little blue in there. It makes a difference later. Kind of messy, and I did give it a little dry time. Because I'm trying to make these happy trees in the background. I kind of do the same thing, but I remember, like, this is your light source behind the sky here. So I'm gonna take woodpecker brush. Where is it? There it is. Oh, see, there's Max in the background. My son and daughter-in-law's dog, one of the best dogs on the planet. That's Max. They still got black in here. I just wiped it dry. I never put it in water. A little yellow paint. And tap it off. Tap it off. And very lightly, like a lady, I'm just trying to get some speckly yellow up here. Sometimes less is better. I'll do some more yellow here. I got this pollen thing going on. I got some speckly in here. Speckly. Just let it fade away. And for some reason, I had a little blue into the middle one. Just a little bit different color, different tree. I get some of that speckly stuff in here. Oh, this is coming out. I want a little bit more right here. There we go. Some of those bright colors in there. It's hard to look at what I'm doing and seeing if you can see it or not, because it starts to look like happy leaves in there. That's all I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna wipe the woodpecker brush off. It's not clean, but it gets dry. It gets dry, it's gonna work. And we're gonna start filling this all in, but I'm gonna lay out where the happy little landscape area is gonna be in that cool tree they had at Armstrong Park. And I'll be honest, when I went there, It's really cool. It's a nice place to hang out, good place to walk around, take a dog, family picnics, all that stuff. We used to do Easter scavenger hunt with my family. We'd have a whole game. You had to go in there and take pictures of your phone and stuff. And, males against females, very competitive family, wicked competitive. There was injuries, that's how bad it was. But it's a really beautiful park, but I'll be honest, it looked a little, it wasn't buttoned up or tidy yesterday when I went, but it's still a beautiful place to hang out. So I'm just gonna etch in where this is gonna be. I'm gonna use the medium brush. You know, man, any color. I got a little yellow in here or something. That's the wrong one. Oh, those happy drinks are working already. I was gonna make kind of an oval where I want it to be. It's a little bit below halfway, kind of an oval. This is where I want it to be. So I got an oval in there. That's it. This is not hot. If it was hot, I wouldn't do it. I'm gonna work on these trees here. I know where the flowers are gonna be. Here, I'll make it brighter so you can see it. Don't have to be bright, but they really don't matter. Got all this beautiful black back here. Kind of an oval, doesn't have to be perfect. It's paint, it's paint. All art is good. The key is that you paint. It's so good for your mind. So I'm gonna start with these trees up here. So hang in there, I gotta get my drink. As you can see, I had my drink. Doing all right here. This is starting to feel pretty good. So I wiped off the woodpecker brush. I'm gonna try to make a very light blue, but I wanna dull it up a little bit because we're gonna make some of these trees, you can barely see them. It's the illusion that there's trees there. We'll add some different colors and do some fun things in here. I got a light blue, but I add a tiny bit of orange to it because orange and blue are opposites. It will dull it down a little bit. And I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but I'm just gonna put a little bit in here and see what happens. You can barely see it. I almost don't hardly touch it, hardly touch it. Here's some happy tree over here. Kind of hanging down. Light to dark, light to dark. So it's just the beginning of how these are gonna work. I'm gonna wipe off that brush and set it down because I'm gonna use the medium brush and do a little bit more. It's that same color. I might add it with the medium brush. I might add a tiny bit of more, where the hell, there it is. Tiny bit more white in here. You get a little contrast. Painting is creating contrast and just make a feeling, making a feeling. Oh, that's a little bright up top. You just barely touch a little bit. I'm hardly touching it. Your eyes will play tricks on you and you're gonna say, oh, that's a happy tree. I'll do a couple of little colors in different colors. I try things differently. Sometimes just to see what happens. It's kind of working here. I kind of like that. So it's light to dark, light to dark. I'll go back to the woodpecker brush. It's dirty, wipe it off. I can't figure out what I'm doing here. A little yellow, tap it off, a little yellow. Barely touch it back here. Barely touching speckly shit. You can hardly see it. Sometimes, one time, I might take a little orange and just add that color in there. Look a little rusty colors, it doesn't matter. It just looks like trees in the distance. So happy. Happy, happy, happy. That's kind of the top half right there. It goes pretty quick. We're gonna have a big pine tree thing here. So hang in there, kids. This is where we're at right now. Still using the woodpecker brush, my favorite. I took a little bit of yellow. Just poke a little bit of some highlight colors, some randomly wherever you want them in there. This looks like a whole bunch of trees all smashed together. Kind of cool. We're gonna work on the grass here. Again, I wipe it off, set it down, never clean it, never clean it. As long as it's dry, it works. I'm gonna start with the medium brush. Oh, there it is, a little dirty. I haven't put it in the water yet, I don't know why, I just don't. Just taking pure yellow paint, gonna try to make a straight line. I like to do straight lines early, you'll see why later. So here's my straight line. Straight. I have a straight joke, but I'm not gonna do it. Because I never know who's watching this, and I don't wanna offend people. Most of the time I do. That's pretty straight. I got a straight line in there. I know my circle's here, so I'm just gonna get some yellow. It sort of turns green, it's weird, especially with a little bit of blue in there. It's okay to be streaky. Streaky is fine. You get some bright spots. I'm gonna get some brighter spots in here just because I can. There we go. You just kind of bring it across. This is gonna be grass, happy grass. A little bit more yellow. I love that bright stuff. Is where the sun might be hitting it. It's gonna look cool. Oh boy, that's gonna work for now. Very good. That's gonna be my grass, happy grass. Then I'll come around here where this is, and I just kind of fill it in. I try to keep the straight motion. Some people go around the curve and it just looks weird. And when this dries, the yellow dries, you can always go back and tap a little bit more. We'll do that probably anyways. And don't stop halfway. You leave skid marks like that. Just go right across. No fear, no fear. Same thing here, go around and just kind of pull it across. We're pretty good here. Straight. There we go. I am gonna add more when this thing dries because I want some bright yellow in there. Yellow's a transparent paint. It doesn't really cover things well, but it adds so much color to it when you do this. That's gonna be my grass here. Might not look like grass yet, but it will. And from here down, that's the easy part. I'll go back to that woodpecker brush. It's dirty, but I'm gonna try to do this. Yellow paint, always tap it off, tap it off. Very, very lightly, like a lady. I'm just gonna, like I'm cutting my grass, go right across. Right into here a little bit. You want some of that black to come through, the black to come through. Right up to the front of this thing. It's like you're mowing your lawn. It's gonna start looking like happy grass. Happy grass. It is Massachusetts, there's a lot of happy grass here. Holy shit. And when I come down a little further, that's the same thing, except I'm gonna start poking it a little bit harder. A little bit harder. So I'm gonna like clean my brush off as I come down. There's less in front, there's less in front. Sometimes I go over this a few times, but the key is to leave some of that black in there. It's gonna look like happy grass. And this is an awkward position for me to do this, but I just want you to get the idea. I don't look for perfection, I look for creativity. Because that's what it's, I wish everybody did this paint. It's so good for you. I can't paint, I suck, can't draw a stick figure. It's because you don't do it. Anybody can paint. Anybody can paint. It's practice, like golf. The more you do it, the gooder you'll get. You end up learning, you actually have a style. Everybody has a style. You don't know what it is yet if you don't paint. You're gonna start to figure it out. I see it all the time. Different people have certain styles and things they like to do, just the way it comes out. So it looks like they need to cut their grass here, but that's all right. I'm gonna go with it for now. That's kind of the grassy look right there. And you can always go back and forth, but you don't want to overdo it because you're gonna lose all that black in there. I want to let it sit here for a second and wipe this thing off. And it's time. We'll be right back, kiddos. Here we are. So this is where we're at here. And because there's mulch in here, you're not even going to see it, but I take the medium brush. I did put it in the water. I don't know why, but I did. A little bit of orange. Let's put some in here. So it's got some kind of mulchy color. And when you put it on the black, it's going to turn brown anyways. And sometimes I just poke it. Whatever. There we go. That's going to be the illusion is some mulch here. We're going to cover 90% of it, so it doesn't matter. That's enough for me. That looks like mulch. We're gonna add a holly tree to it. That's for dawn and dawn. Holly tree. That's where we're at. I'm gonna wipe this thing off. I'm actually gonna make this pine tree here. I don't know, there's a name for that tree. It was a blue spruce or something. Kind of cool. Oh, a lot of orange in here. I'm actually gonna put it in the water, wipe it off. So I do like in layers. I got a little blue, a little white. I might add a tiny bit of orange so it dulls it up a little bit. Yeah, sometimes a lot of blue. You never know. You can add a touch of yellow if you want, but this is like a blue, I can't even talk, a blue spruce. It's gonna start up here, and it'll come down to like here. I get it flat on the side, flat. And it just kind of, maybe it sticks up here. It's not like a typical pine tree, it kind of hangs down. I was going down, poking it. A lot of black's gonna be left in here. Poke it. When I get to the bottom, I poke a little bit harder. Leaves are hanging out here. Coming down to here, so I just keep going. Right over my grass, happy grass. We're gonna add color to this, so I just gotta trying to get it in there. Crisscross applesauce. It's gonna look like a blue spruce here before we're done. A blue spruce. That's a good start. Right over all this chip. I got the first foundation in there. I might add a little bit of white to the ugly color I just had. A little bit of white. You start getting some highlights in here. These things hang down, it's just weird. And I just kind of poke it around. I'll leave a lot of this dark in the middle. Sometimes I over poke it and I go back with the black and under poke it, but it's all good. I'm gonna go with this. A couple of layers on this and it'll be kind of cool. I'll do a little bit of that lighter color on the other side too, just to get some happy sticks, happy pine needles hanging down like gravity. There we go. Oh, some bright stuff here. So cool. You can spend a lot of time on a tree like this. It looks like a see-through tree right now. But I can always go back a little bit of black, a little bit of blue, and kind of undo some of it in the middle. I'll put a lot of black in there so you can see it. I just play with it. Play with it. I poke the shit out of it, actually. I want to cover some of this yellow crap in here. Here we go. A little black, happy black. We'll come back to this tree and add some more highlights and some more color. And some bunky branches. All good. I'm gonna let it dry. Oh, I gotta get another drink. Holy shit. That's the beginning of that tree. So see how it comes together. It's still all dark in the water. But as we add some highlights to it, it's gonna come to life, Hang in there, kiddos. All right, kiddos, we're back. Somebody spilled my drink here. I'm a freaking mess, but there's nobody here. I don't know what happened. Anyways, here's where we're at so far. I'm at Jake Rooney's in Harwich, and they're not open yet. I came here early because they're gonna be wicked busy today, and I'd be out of here and all done before they even know it. So here we go. I got my medium brush, gonna try to make a light brown. Orange, tiny bit of black, almost no black, a little bit of white. It's kind of it looks like shit, that's the right color. Flat on the side. I'm gonna try to etch in a couple little baby trees here. Just the stumps, get the illusion they're stumps. Some are big, some are small, just random, wherever you want. I'll do a couple over here. And if you're one of those OCD perfectionists, you can always go with the baby brush and just kind of edge it off so it's straight. Those are trees right there. It's just the illusion there's trees. Don't get crazy over this kind of stuff. Some people try to get a little more white here. Oh, that's too much. Oh, damn. Just get a little white, maybe one or two of them. If you take that baby brush here for anal about this, take a little black, roll it up to a point. There is it, there it is. And I try to make my straight line right here. Oh. You make your trees almost perfect. The trees aren't perfect, they're crooked. There we go. I try to give the illusion of things. I don't try to duplicate things. Too much work. It gives the idea there's little trees in the background. Nothing hot. So I think it's time to do a little bit more on my happy tree here in the middle. In real life, that tree was really cool. I did a quick video you saw at the beginning if you watched it. I just kept coming back to that one little tree because it's so cool looking. Got a little my blue, a little white. It's gonna be a little lighter, tiny bit of orange, so it dulls it a little bit. Oh, that's gonna work, right? That's pretty light. Whatever. Flat on the side. Gotta get some more bright highlights here. Just kind of poke it, hangs down, whatever you want to do it, randomly. This will start looking like a spruce, a happy spruce. Let it fade away. A little bit over here. And you can do this like several times till you like it. But keep it on the edge where the light would be hitting it more. Poke a little harder on the bottom. There's some advice from a little guy. I don't want to overdo this right now. And in real life, I'd probably go back a couple of times. You know, more layers you have, everything's gradual. There we go, that's a happy spruce right there, happy spruce. I might just quit here. But that's kind of my spruce tree here. And again, I can go back 100 times and just keep doing this. I kind of like to. Sometimes you overdo it. But there's no mistakes in painting. You can always go back and undo it and do it again over and over until you like it. But if you're really anal about being perfect, then drive yourself crazy. And then I recommend some drinking there. Nothing wrong with crazy, but that's kind of my tree. I'm gonna leave it there. We're gonna add all those happy flowers in here. We'll do that here right now. I'm gonna get the baby brush. Here it is. It's kind of wet and dirty. Wipe it off. I had a little black on here, so it's okay. I'm gonna take a little yellow. And all these little flowers, they have leaves in them somewhere. So I just kind of just randomly poke a little yellow stuff in here. It doesn't matter, it's not important. You don't even have to do this if you don't want to. But I do. I put it in there. Just poke some yellow in there. When it's all done, it's gonna look like there's some leafy stuff in here. That's it. That's it, those are leaves. This stuff's too easy, I'm telling you. Wipe it off, and I got all these pretty flowers here. And flowers are the easiest thing in the world to do. I got the baby brush. I'll probably mess this up because I'm holding it here so you can see it, but I think a little red, a little white on the baby brush at the same time. And very lightly, like a lady. I start poking the flower. That's pretty white, but I'm gonna go with it. Just poke it, tap it, twist it, turn it. That's one little bush. I'll do another one, maybe on the other side. Red and white at the same time. Whatever happens, happens. Oh, my hand's getting wet. Poke it, tap it, twist it, turn it, up it. Oh yeah, right over my landscaping. And that's pretty red. Almost too red. I can always take a little white, tiny bit. Just kind of poke some of them. Because you're losing the little happy little flowers. Sometimes, I'll finish this little bushy things up, flower bushes, whatever you call them. Sometimes just mix pink together. I'll do a little pink bush here. Happy little flowers, just tap it. We're gonna do some like hydrangeas over here, because they actually have some kind of white flower, but it looks like I spilt milk when I did it the first time, so I'm gonna add hydrangeas. They're much prettier. Those are two little bushes here. It's not hard. I'm gonna make a bunch of bushes here. We'll get caught up where we're at here. Hang in there, kids. I had to get a refill because I spilled the last one, or somebody spilled it. It couldn't possibly be me. We're getting there. We're gonna knock this thing out. Here we are. I just poked a bunch of little flowers in there. Wicked easy. Baby brush. Wipe it off. I gotta make these hydrangeas here. I'm gonna add some fun stuff to the back. So I'm gonna use a medium brush for that. Oh, my medium brush is a mess. It's all good though. Remember, whenever you paint, you're creating an illusion. Don't try to make perfect flowers or anything. You get the medium brush here. Here we go. I just got little bunches of balls. I'm just using blue paint, happy blue, medium brush. On the corner, I'm gonna just poke some blue in here. Randomly. Just blue. We're gonna come back and just touch it with white randomly, and it's gonna look like hydrangeas. No matter where you put them. I'm gonna put mine under the tree, just randomly all around. Kind of messy. Over the grass a little bit. Who cares? It's a happy flower. But again, it always works better when you let it dry. I have no patience, so I might just get right into it. So you can't know if you see that. It's just the blue blotches. In the water, wash it off, wipe it off. Then we're coming back here. Now we get the little blue blotches in here. I take a medium brush. I wiped it off pretty good, so it's kind of dry. Little white paint, and it's gonna try to get some speckly shit on top of it. Here we go. That's one hydrangea right there. Sometimes just the top, just the tip. Sometimes less is gooder. Just go around, just hit the top a little bit, let it fade away. You want the dark on the bottom, light up top. You get that speckly shit, it just kind of works. Every one of them. Go kind of fast here, but you get the idea how this works. Speckly shit up top, let it fade away. Sometimes it's brighter, sometimes it's not. Mom's has nuts, or whatever that goes like. Here's a bright one. Oh, that's a hydrangea right there. There we got one here. Just the top. And if you do too much, you can always go back to blue and untap it. You can spend days on this painting if you're a perfectionist. Thank God I'm not. I just like to paint and create illusions. Those are hydrangeas. Nothing more to it. We got to make some background stuff here. Now we're going to add that holly tree. Let's do that now. Holly tree. I've wiped that brush off. I didn't even clean it. You get some orange, maybe a tiny bit of white. Orange. I get this brown color. I want to put that tree right here somewhere. Here's my landscape mulch right there. There it is. That looks like mulch, right? Everything's an illusion. I might as well make the tree get that same color and add a tiny bit of black to it. On the side flat, I make my tree right here. There we go. That's a happy tree. Where the hell is it? Over there. Wipe it off. And I'm gonna add a little blue and a tiny bit of black. Mostly blue, tiny bit of black there. And I'm just gonna poke some holly leaves around here. Go as big as you want, small as you want. It doesn't freaking matter. You can't see it because it's all dark, but if you get close, you can. Wipe it off. Pretty good. Little yellow. Just a tip, just a tip. Give the illusion there's some little leaves in here. Holly leaves. Holly leaves. Pretty tree. It's symbolic. It's symbolic. A little bit randomly. You kind of tell it's a tree there. Sometimes, one time in band camp, I get little brighter ones here just to make it stick out a little more. That's kind of it. That's my holly tree. Throw it in the water, baby brush. Now you can't really make the holly berries because it'd be so small. So again, it's an illusion. Bring it up to a little point. I'm gonna just poke a couple little reds around here randomly, hanging off. I like the bright red thing too. These are bigger than what hollies really be, but it's an illusion. You create an illusion when you paint. See it the way it is. See it better than it is. Paint it that way. Almost looks like an apple tree. I better stop. That's my holly tree right there. It's not hard. Get a little bit of the background. We're getting close, kids. We're getting close. But I gotta get, might be my last one. I'm getting pretty loopy here. There we go. We're getting there. I got a little bench. I don't know if you see that here. Maybe not. I put a little bench, a tiny little bench in the background here. Where the hell is it? There it is. You know, it's sort of some kind of sign posted up there because they got signs all over. But when you make something small like that, it puts distance in the painting. I got a little white, a little orange, just kind of some mucky light beigey color. Medium, baby brush. I could do it with a medium brush, but I flatten this out flat. I'm just gonna make two little lines here. Here's my bench right here. Here's one line. Here's the other line. We don't have to do too much more than that. I might add a little more white to it so it jumps out a little bit. If you want to be able to notice it, here's my bench. There we go. And here's the other bench here. I'll make a line across so it looks like a bench. Some kind of bench thing. That's my bench. Simple stuff. And the sign, it's kind of a red sign. I use a dirty brush, baby brush. I'll put a little sign right here. So this could be a little square. Just somewhat of a square. Wipe it off. Maybe I'll take a little that white beigey stuff, put a pole on it. A pole. There we go. That's my pole. That's my sign. There's your sign. If you want to be anal, wipe it off, take a little white. Try to write something on here. Some kind of words. Don't pee in the flowers, whatever it says. That's my bush. I feel like, I'm going to show you the difference between the two here. On the right hand side, there's some more bushy trees on the right, so I'm just going to do it with a medium brush. Just to give the illusion, got something going on there. We're almost done because we're out. Thank God I'm out, holy shit. Medium brush, just wipe it off. Little blue, little white. Tiny bit of orange to dull it up. All opposites make gray, like black and white, orange and blue. So it will dull it up when you put a little orange in there. You don't want to be too bright. So here we go. A happy little tree here. Just put some in here, just kind of hanging down, and they fade away. Fade away. Sometimes, one time. That's enough. And sometimes wipe it off, take a little white, tap it off really, really good. You don't want a lot of white. You don't want a lot of white. Just highlight the tops a little bit. That's almost too much. Actually, it is too much, but I'm kind of liking it. Kind of liking it. That looks like some light sitting on top of that. Yes, we have Armstrong Park, Osterville, Mass. Cool little park, great place for a picnic, a walk, a dog walk. They like dogs here, which thank God a lot of parks don't. I'm gonna take you to one in Mashpee someday, which no dogs allowed, and there's nobody ever there. You know, you go to a park with no dogs, what's the point? But anyways, this is Armstrong Kelly Park, a little cute place, well maintained in Osterville on the Cape. Thanks kids for painting. I don't want to take too much of your time up, but just try this stuff. Go to a place, take pictures, just try it nature. So you do a tree, and you just gotta let it come off the brush onto the canvas. It's so much fun, so good for your mind. Thank you so much for watching this video. God bless you, kiddos.